Parkinson's Foundation and welterweight championship or Intercontinental welterweight championship. Jay Needy from Las Vegas, Nevada, the third man in the ring, and we're set to go. His round number 1, scheduled for 12.
And the electricity, Colonel.
Unbelievable, the enthusiasm in this boxing ring, which is really the bull ring in Mexico City. 54,000 strong, and they could have sold 100,000 tickets. It was sold out several days ago. Erik Morales in the white trunks, and Ken the Scotsman in the black trunks, in the tradition of the great Jimmy Watt and Ken Buchanan and so on. You could go down the line. Can he perform it? Nice dipping motion to get away from Morales. Now, make no mistake, Erik Morales is not the fighter he was 5 years ago, but he's still a great former world champion.
And he's got great experience, great knowledge of the sport, and he's very well prepared for this particular fight. Folks, watch the muscles in the leg to see them get off their power base as they shoot their shots. Don't forget to look down below. That's where your base of power is.
This crowd is absolutely bonkers here. They're so in favor of Morales, who hasn't done anything yet. Nice positioning by Willie Limond, staying out of harm's way here.
And Erik, who's been training in the Otomi Mountains, that's been his tradition to go ahead and train up there in the altitude, so he's in great physical shape to fight in this altitude.
Digging body shot by the former world champ. The present world champ of the WBU is Willie Limond in the black trunks from Glasgow in Scotland. Wild with the right hands. Sails over the ducking head of Morales.
And look at the technician, Morales. Very subdued movements, but just stalking and measuring Limond.
Limond slides around. Let's go with the first really solid right hand, but it doesn't quite catch Morales. Limond has a nice way that he slips around, skips around, avoids shots. Made Morales miss that one.
And look at his legs. I mean, he's got some pretty nimble feet, especially the way he bounces around from side to side with that.
Well, he's got the right idea. You want to come straight on against, even though it's an aging Erik Morales, you don't want to do that against this guy. He's got too much experience. And look at the youngster get away from him, does a nice job. When I say youngster, he's 31, so he's champ now, and he would love to knock off this guy. What a credit on his marquee if he knocks off Erik Morales in Mexico on Independence Day in the bull ring.
That's it. It's all stacked up against Willie Limond, but we'll see if he can even overcome those. And the other thing is the altitude. That was a bit of a slip right there by the Morales.
You know, while he's fighting for the first time outside of Scotland, or the UK, I should say, for this title, this guy's a world-class fighter, and he is a Olympic silver medalist. Yes, so this guy has had plenty of international competition. Nobody's winning this round definitively. The judges may give it to Morales, but I think that the Scotsman has won the round. He's done more, he's thrown more, he's landed more, and he deserves the round. I'm giving it to Limond. And Raul Robles. All right, here we go. This is round 2. Benny and I were split on the first round. Are you serious, Benny? Did you really think Morales won that round?
Yeah.
Okay.
10-9.
And I get a 10-9 the other way. So we expect perhaps the judges have it split as well.
No. Now I'm looking for Erik to go ahead and step it up right here.
Well, he's got to do that because he may have let the first round slip away. I like the movement of Willie. He's certainly not intimidated anymore. You know, Benny, you're a professional football player. Once you get in that first play, all the butterflies go away. Once you get your first hit.
Absolutely, and once you land your first hit more than anything.
And it's the same in boxing. All the hype, everything goes away once you start fighting. Then it reverts back to the train. I mean, Limond is controlling the first minute of this second round to me.
Yeah, Erik is still just trying to go ahead and find the body of Limond. He hasn't been able to find that body.
A couple of light taps there with the right hand, but Limond not hurt at all. Nice stiff jab that time by Morales, and Limond comes right back, bangs him to the body. Limond's fighting well. He's moving well. When he gets in the kill zone, he's throwing, and he gets away nicely that time.
Let's see about after the fourth round, though, because that's when the altitude's going to start showing some signs.
Ever hear of the Scottish Highlands, Benny?
How high is that?
More than a mile.
Yeah, but it doesn't have smog in it, though.
Oh, yeah. Not quite as bad as Mexico City, but no place in the world is smog like this place.
I'm telling you, the air is so thick in Mexico, you take a bite out of it, you get a taco.
I take a bite of it, I can feel the grit in my teeth here. Look at this. This kid's outboxing the great Erik Morales right now, halfway through round number 2.
And this crowd is waiting to erupt, but so far Erik hasn't given him anything to erupt over.
Erik misses again. The reason for that is that Limond's positioning is perfect. Whoever trained him for this fight has got a perfect fight plan to this point. Now, what Benny says is true. The height might get him because the Scottish Highlands, in all honesty, don't measure up to what he's facing here in Mexico City.
But he's used some scientific methods to train, too. He was in an air chamber getting his lungs in condition, so I think he's done all the right things.
He looks quicker in the hands than is Erik Morales, but again, Erik has got the tremendous experience.
And you know what? Limond's confidence is growing here.
Yeah, and it will continue to grow, much like a guy named Leon Spinks many years ago against Muhammad Ali. You start taking rounds from a champion, and you start getting brave. If he gets brave, it could be dangerous because Morales can punch, but Willie Limond's outboxing him
and he
28, 27, 26 seconds ago.
He looks quicker, Colonel. Limond just looks a lot slicker with the feet. Erik is like trying to reach him, and he's extending himself.
And Limond lands a looping right hand right down the middle that time. That was taken on the gloves. Erik can't catch this guy. Nice movement. The crowd doesn't like it because they want to see a brawl like we saw in the last fight, but technically this is a better fight. Limond doing everything perfect. His defense is sensational, and he's doing enough offensively to win the rounds. Don't be surprised if he upsets Erik Morales. Ian Doug, of course, one of the very best broadcasters in the UK. Boy, I heard him call some soccer during the World Cup. And Ian, if you're watching tonight, I want to say you are sensational, my friend.
And right, so you saw Jay Nady asking Peter Harrison to go ahead and remove some of the Vaseline he had put on the face of Willie Limond, too much of it.
Nice stiff jab that time by Morales. We're in round 3. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan along with Benny Ricardo. The Bull Ring, Mexico City, the venue. And this is terrific stuff. So far, Morales hasn't been able to open up because of the defense and movement of Limond. Will Limond slow down with the altitude? Look at this. He's making a miss. The great 5-time world champion in 3 divisions can't hit this kid.
And now they're singing here now, urging on Erik Morales.
The crowd's really into it, and it's very hard to express the enthusiasm of the crowd. Now, every time Erik does something, the crowd just gets really excited. Very tough for this Scotsman, but he is a tough Scotsman. Look at this kid. He turns up the pace. No better way to quiet a crowd than a long, sustained drive in a home city against a home city in football or nail the local guy in boxing 4 or 5 times.
Erik cannot get close enough to Limond to work the body. That's the thing something that's really frustrated Erik. He's trying to work behind that jab, but he can't get any closer than that.
Limond's done a not only great job in the ring. Look at that double jab back to the body, back upstairs. He's taken 54,000 lunatic Mexicano fans, aficionados, out of the fight. And he's all by himself here from Scotland.
Right now, he's a very nimble-footed fighter with great movement. Again, let's see if the altitude takes its toll on that movement.
You know, those punches by Morales look good, but we can tell right here he's pulling away was Limond, so there was no effect. You got to be effectively aggressive. Now, what Limond has to do to get an explanation point on this round is to land a solid shot, because Morales really hasn't landed anything solid. There's a solid shot right up in the temporal bone, and look at the swelling underneath the left eye of El Terrible.
Nice little elbow job
I like
right
the way
there.
You use that wing. You got to be tough to be a prize fighter, and they don't come any tougher than guys from Tijuana, unless perhaps you're from the tough streets of Glasgow. Nice chopping shots. Here he is taking this round away. 33 seconds, 32, 30 seconds to go in the 3rd round, and Limond's outboxing a 5-time champ, Jay Cot Terrible, hanging on and hitting. This kid is not intimidated by the fame of Erik Morales whatsoever.
But he's staying in front of Erik Morales now, though, a lot more than he was in the previous round.
Not a good idea, but he gets his angle, blasts him twice, and then gets out of there. The old Angelo Dundee, hit and don't get hit. And that's what he's done. He's won this round, Benny. I swear I'm saying that not because I'm a Celt, but because the Celt is outboxing the very popular Mexican fighter in Erik Morales. Here comes the bell to end round 3. I got Limond winning them all. And so, yes, he is a fighting Irishman, which makes him a Celt, and in favor of Willie Limond.
But Notre Dame lost today, though, so let's throw that in there.
Round number 4 from the Bull Ring in Mexico City. So did Samuel Peter, lost his opportunity to win the heavyweight championship of the world over in Stuttgart, Germany, when Klitschko, Vladimir, did the job again, stopping him in the 10th round for the heavyweight championship of the world. And Boy, these Klitschko brothers seem unstoppable in the heavyweight division.
They're scientists with tremendous natural assets, reach, power, speed, and very intelligent in the ring.
And bionic trainers. Morales has been that way, but so is Willie Limond. Limond in the black trunks. He's from Scotland, from Glasgow. The tough streets of Glasgow, I might add.
Boy, you can see that. You can see Erik wants to do it, but the body's just not able to do it. It's what the mind wants to do, what the body's able to do. It's not connected.
You know, when you visit Scotland, Benny, Glasgow is like an industrial city. And you go over to Edinburgh, it's like just a beautiful city like Washington, D.C. But the people in Glasgow love their sport. The Glasgow Rangers.
Boy, Limond doing a good job of moving. Great movement so far by Limond.
Oh, look at this stuff. Man, this is really good. And there was a heavy blow. It didn't shift Morales by any way, shape, or manner. Remember, Willie's only got 8 knockouts in his 33 victories.
Yeah, that's a 22% right there.
Morales has got 34 knockouts again and 49 victories against much higher opponents. But again, Morales, while he's 34 years of age, and we see guys fighting to 38 and 39 and into their 40s. In the case of Evander Holyfield, even later than that. But Morales has been in wars. Limond hasn't. So his chronological age might be older. Well, not his chronological age, but his boxing age could be older than 34.
Absolutely, because from 1997, after he beat Daniel Zaragoza, if you look at the quality opponents in those next 10 years until he finally retired, it is absolutely amazing. Well, I mean, dotted with Hall of Famers.
Yeah, you talk about David Diaz, Manny Pacquiao twice, and all the wars with Marco Antonio Barrera. Morales trying to do something, but Limond doing a nice job counterpunching. And he gets the jab out there, but where's anything behind it? This is not the Morales that we saw against Marco Antonio Barrera. It's not the Morales we saw against Manny Pacquiao. Now he's scoring and the crowd comes to life, but look at Willie bounce right back.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, wait till the later rounds. Wait till the 5th or 6th. Then we're going to find out about the physical condition of Limond.
Well, Limond's face is starting to puff up a bit now. So Erik, in this series, in the last 20 seconds of this round, Erik has looked as good as he has at any time in the fight. But I don't think it's enough to give him this round. Willie looked like he was struggling in the last 30 seconds. This thing now. Limond, this is a very important round for Willie. Willie Limond to the right of your screen in the black trunks with the kind of silver, looks gray on your screen. And in the white trunks is the 5-time world champ, Erik Morales.
I didn't hear the announcement of the cards.
Okay.
Remember, they have open scoring, and because of the noise in the bull ring, we couldn't hear the scoring by the WBC officials after 4 rounds. So we don't know how they have it. I've got Limond in front by 2 points. Benny has him in front by 1 point.
I got it even.
No.
Oh, yeah, you get 2 rounds. So,
I got it even right now.
It's academic because this fight's about to take a change, I believe. See, Willie's not, well, I was about to say he's not giving it the same movement, but he's waiting too much now. He's letting Morales come in instead of being the ring general. Gradually, Morales has become the ring general here. Waiting.
No.
Still got his good positioning. Heard Jay say, no. That's because he backhanded him. That's an illegal punch.
But look at the opportunities here for Erik to attack the body, and he's not. There he goes down.
Just as you said it,
yeah.
He did it. But see, Erik is now beating him to the punch. He's more aggressive. Willie's not moving quite as much as he was. He's not circling as much. He's doing a little bit of bouncing side to side. What he's got to do is sneak off that left shoulder of Morales, throw out his jab, take down the left hand, and throw the right hand right on top of that cheek. When he realizes he can do that, it'll be very effective. That time, Morales caught him with the right hand high on the cheekbone.
And on Morales' behalf, what he's got to do is throw that jab and then come around to his left. Try to dig that left hook to the body and then follow up with a straight right.
But Benny, you just saw 3 jabs, which is usually a good idea, but they weren't thrown with malice or forethought. No. Morales just landed 1 jab that was a punch. Minute to go in the 5th round. Here comes the scoring now. You able to pick it up at all? I can't hear with the crowd noise in here.
Yeah, I wasn't able to pick it up either.
Well, they just announced that the crowd whistled, which in Latin countries means they don't like it. So they may have Limond out in front like I do. But Erik Morales is winning this round. And he won the last round.
But I tell you what, Willie Limond is moving a lot right now.
Stop!
He's moving around a lot, and that's taken away. That's requiring tremendous physical condition.
Well, one thing that's good for Willie Limond is he's got a referee who doesn't let guys do too much on the inside. I remember Jay refereeing the fight between Johnny Ruiz and Roy Jones Jr. I watched the replay several times, and Jay wasn't intrusive at all in that, but he still didn't allow any, wild stuff on the inside. I don't know. I got to get that to Rose City, the venue. Benny Ricardo with me. The principal's Erik Morales in the white trunks. To the upper portion of your screen in the black trunks, the kid from Scotland, Willie Limond, who needs this round desperately. We can't let this round sneak away from him. They're both waiting. You know what the problem is now? Willie doesn't have the positioning. He's in the kill zone and not throwing. And Erik will use his experience to take advantage of that. Watch how he's coming into the kill zone and not throwing.
And watch the mouth of the Limond. It's opening up now, trying to get some extra air.
Yeah, that one just grazed the top of his temporal bone, but that was ticketed for the jaw. Both guys missing a lot right here. That's a sign of a little bit of fatigue. Also, it's a sign of movement. You see Limond trying to get those legs pumped up and get that blood going through his thighs.
Erik, on the other hand, choosing to be very patient, just kind of waiting for his time. But again, those are opportunities to attack the body, and he's not doing it.
Remember, folks, when your body lacks oxygen, it's throughout your whole body. You can cramp up. You can have problems with your heart in terms of a rapid heartbeat, which at this age and these guys in such great shape, it doesn't affect them permanently, but it has an effect on how they move, and it has an effect on their reflexes, and it has an effect on their timing. So the lack of oxygen at a high altitude is more than just, hey, it's tough to fight.
And look at that big miss right there by Limond. Big windmill miss right there.
Halfway through the sixth round, again, Morales is doing more, landing more. Limond appears to be wilting a bit, and with that comes the fatigue in the mind. Nice sneaky right hand there by Limond, but it didn't shift Morales. Morales is in a different zone now than he was in the first 3 rounds of the fight. Nice dropping right hand by Willie. Wow with the right hand.
Yeah, that woke up Erik Morales.
Digging body shot. He didn't want to set up in front of this guy, let him rip to the body. Chopping right hand.
He's hurt.
Yeah, he's got him in trouble. He's down. Limond was hit to the body shot, and it hurt him 6, 7, 8. He gets up.
Okay, let's go.
There's no air, Colonel. There's no air in those lungs.
He's in a heap of trouble. Digging body shots. He's not going to make it. He will not survive it. He's out on his feet. If he gets hit, there it is again. 11 shot. 2. And you hear the reactions up to 4 and 5. He'll be able to get up. And with a count, he may survive the round now. Erik will jump on him. There's no 3 knockdown rule. So if he goes down again, the fight isn't over. But can he survive? He has to take a knee. Jay says that's it. It's all over. The fight is all over. The liver shots did it. Erik Morales has done it in a fight that didn't start out in his favor. He came back to defeat the WBU champ, Willie Limond.
Terrific have taken a liver shot. And here he is, setting it up. That's a right hand. He misses with that, but now he's able to go ahead and get in close. There's that shot. That's the shot right there that absolutely jar your organisms. And it's right to the liver, and that is one painful state that Willie Limond found himself in.
We saw some terrific body shots throughout the night, but none better than these closing effort by Erik El Terrible Morales. This is why I'm saying trouble, but things weren't good. These devastating shots to the... Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, tenemos el tiempo 2 minutos 46 segundos. Round número 6. The time 2 minutes 46 seconds in round number 6. The referee in charge, Jay Nady, stops the contest. El referee paró la pelea. El ganador por nocaut técnico, Erik El Terrible